Welcome to Inside Plug, the podcast where independent creators and entrepreneurs connect and inspire. I'm your host, Devon Jones. Today on our show, we have writer and producer Faith Obaro. She starred in a short film called The Academy. Faith, welcome to the show.
Hi everyone.
Glad to have you here. I stumbled across a few of your projects, and the Academy stuck out to me. But before we get into Academy, let's talk about you as a filmmaker. You're a writer and a producer.
Yeah.
How did you get started in filmmaking?
So I studied media and communications in university, and then funny enough, because I felt like I was having a really hard time getting into film, I kind of drifted away from it. So I ended up pursuing like a IT career. Um, but then I got a link from a community group that I'm in. It's like a community group for Black women in my area, and it was about this media course for adults that is all about filmmaking and just learning how to make movies and write scripts. And I was just interested in it for the fun of it, really. Then when I started it, it kind of got became something more serious. I started to realize like I really missed like being in that space and also expressing myself in that way. And that's how I kind of got to produce like my first short where I was like staring in, and I wrote it as well. So yeah, so that's all how all of this came to be. And now it's part of this theater, like it's called Belgrade Theater, and they showcase the movie there. And yeah, that's how it all came about, really.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you said you started in this. You wanna could you share a little bit about that project? How was that experience?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, so the project started last year in, I want to say, May. Um, I wrote the script, the Academy, because the course was called Media Academy. It was called Media Academy, and the course basically, or the academy, I can briefly say what it's about so it all makes sense. It's about he five strangers that meet, and it's just about discovering or going outside of your head. Like everyone has this anxiety, everyone is scared when they first meet people, but something happens when creative people come together, and you just start to get over your fears, especially. And that's kind of what I was thinking while I was in the course. So that's why I decided to write this play. So it's actually a play, but we ended up making it into a short. And yeah, so that's how it came about.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, just want to take it back a little bit. You mentioned originally it was going to be a play, and then you guys
Yeah.
decided to make it into a short. How did that come about? And just out of curiosity, the challenges of writing a play and writing a short film.
Um, so originally I wrote like a 60-page script, the Academy. And I'm still in the process of getting this made into a play, but we thought that it would be a good idea to just have like a visual, like almost like a trailer version to attract people to the play. So it's basically like a short version of the actual play. But I'm still very much in the works of wanting to produce a theater play. So yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it. All right. The Academy. As a filmmaker, as a writer and a producer, you say you got the link from the group at the university. Is there any filmmakers or, any film in general that inspired you to pursue this journey?
Um, that's a good question, actually. Um, so when I thought about like the film, I thought a lot about like awkwardness and like awkward situation, and a series that I thought it's a British series, but it's called Fleabag. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's just like British awkward humor, and it kind of inspired me to go that route. Like, okay, I want to show discomfort in a situation because that's what people actually, some people generally feel when they walk into a space and they don't know people. It's about social anxiety basically. So that definitely inspired me, and the series New Girl as well inspired me a little bit because I wanted like something quirky. So I definitely really like that show. Like I like things that are quirky and a bit like funny in that way. Um, and I'm just thinking, yeah, so those are the main two I was kind of thinking about basically. So yeah.
Awesome. Nice,
Mm.
nice. So just with the body of work that you do have, if someone wanted to, find your work, where's some way they can, reach out and connect with you?
Yeah, so I have an Instagram um that is called quill underscore off underscore faith. So you can find some of the snippets of work in there, and there's also a link to my YouTube. But yeah, you can also find it on my YouTube, which is also Quill of Faith. So yeah, those two spaces. You can also go to the Belgrade Theatre website, where you can also find my work. So it's Belgrade Theatre Coventry if you put that in Google. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So are there any current projects or do you have any projects like in the future that you're looking to work on?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm dabbling between film and theatre really. Um because I just have a passion for both things. And I don't think I want to decide to do one or the other, really. But when it comes to film, I'm actually working on this character at the moment for a series. And the short plot is basically it's a spy series about this black female that is a spy at investment bank, and she is basically learning for the first time what it's like to be a black woman in the workplace while being a spy as well. um so I kind of wanted to reflect on like my experience in corporate as a black woman, and I wanted to create also a spy perspective because I feel like often, like, especially we as Black people, we live double lives, sort of. So that's kind of what I wanted to touch up on. I'm really excited for the series actually. And yeah, I've been working on a pilot for that, and now I'm starting to connect the dots. So that's my next big project. So
Nice. That's awesome. I
um
love it.
Uh, oh, and another project I'm working on is where I was actually acting, is a film called Replay. And that's where I'm playing a nurse. That basically is showing the day of a nurse, but can't say too much about it because it's a new project. But it's it's basically showing the day and then of the nurse what she goes through, and in a replay motion, so you will see it over and over again. So that's why it's called Replay. But yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Looking forward to that. You definitely got to keep me up to date with that. All right.
Yes.
So if we have a bunch of new filmmakers that, listen to our show all the time, what is a book, a TV show, or a movie you would recommend to these filmmakers?
That's a really good question. So a book I would recommend is called The Artist's Way. It's basically just it's a 6 week course, and a lot of people say if you don't complete the books, bad things are gonna happen, but I don't believe in that. But um it's just about finding your inner artist, like no matter who you are and what you do. And the book definitely helped me to get outside of myself, outside of discomfort, like, and just being a child again, like picking up things from the store. So I definitely recommend Artist's Way to read that book. Um and then I really just recommend yeah, watch your favorite TV shows. It can even be a kids show, like just anything that inspires you. It doesn't have to be necessarily what you want to do, but I get inspired by things that I've seen 8 years ago, or and I will think about it and I will think, why is this series stuck in my head and not any other series? Like for instance, the series I talked about, it was because it matched like the awkwardness that I was trying to portray. So yeah, so that's basically what I would say.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. All right, everyone. That was our episode of Inside Plug with writer and producer Faith Obaro. I'm gonna put a link to that book, Artist Way, in the description. Definitely check that out. Let's keep you guys inspired. Faith, you have any last words you want to share with the audience?
Um Yeah, like I would say I was out of creating film and in out of the into industry for a long time. And I would say like never allow like you can always get back into it. Like for me it was 5 years later that I got back into it. So don't be afraid. Doesn't matter how old you are. Just yeah, just get back out there. If you enjoy it, just do it for the enjoyment, and also don't do it for profit or anything. It should like you enjoying it should be the most important thing. So yeah.
Awesome. There you go, you guys. All right, thank you for tuning into Inside Plug. Remember, stay inspired, keep making films. All right, until next time, you guys, by the way, also, if you like today's episode, check out more of our episodes from our previous seasons from fellow writers, fellow producers. We have film directors and cinematographers. All right, thanks again. All right, see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.